Well, more than 30 years ago when we started this business, we were looking at plant nutrients that could easily get into the plant, have a positive response, and prosper the farmer.
We do that by manufacturing liquid fertilizers, delivering them, researching, and providing new solutions to growers.
As a family business, our corporate culture is our family's culture. For 3 generations, ethical business practices have been the foundation for growth.
I've literally grown up my whole life in agriculture, working with my father and my grandfather and my brothers. As the majority of our family farm customers continue to grow their operations, there's a lot of education and technology that is needed to produce a more efficient crop from year to year.
As we enter into the next phase of agriculture, that being of technology, chemistry is also important. We've made a very large commitment to our chemistry lab and the staff in it to facilitate testing for the future, looking at new compounds, new chelation processes, new ways to unlatch the elements of fertilizer that can be used for tomorrow and the future.
Research is very important to us as a company. We're equipped to research our products both in the field and do a lot of physical product research through this lab facility that we have here today.
As you view our new facility, communication and transparency are essential as the company moves forward to increase food production.
We use the best raw materials and are constantly improving our quality control procedures so that we can provide the best products for our customers. It's been very important to us to create a quality product that meets and exceeds the customer's expectations and deliver it efficiently so that they have it in a timely manner. Timing is everything for our customers.
You know, my kids are just coming into the age where they start to think about what they might want to do, and I'm not going to pressure any of them to be involved in the business, but I think it's easy for them to see the good that we do, to appreciate, even at 3 years old, to appreciate the good employees and the good customers that we have and want to be a part of that in some way.
Endless growth achieved through constant education keeps our sales department at the cutting edge. AgroLiquid has the best sales force in the industry because of their access to resources. Their extensive sales and agronomy training are the key to your success. At Agriculture Liquid Fertilizers, it's about honesty, ethics, and making a difference.
We've always taken ideas from inside of agriculture and from outside of agriculture, so every day offers a new canvas to try to come up with ideas. When I was younger and first starting to help develop products, I don't think I had the vision for what we have today. I think that we'll see things in the future that we haven't even imagined yet.
I believe in the future of agriculture with a faith not born of words but born of deeds. And those deeds are coming up with new products and new innovative products for the future with less environmental impact, a more positive response to the plant. These are the things that Agriculture Liquid Fertilizers is doing for the future, and that's a key principle that we're focusing on.
Fry Farms is a major player in the industry in watermelons, cantaloupes, and sweet corn, and we are the largest supplier of pumpkins in the nation.
We produce premium strawberries for high-end restaurants and consumers.
At Shelton Farms, we grow commercial tomatoes. We grow 80% Roma tomatoes, and they go everywhere.
Quality, quality, and quality are the 3 most important things. Quality affects our profitability because it affects who we can sell to and how much we can sell for.
A quality pumpkin is consistent with size, color, firmness, and that's essential to our retailers for return business. We produce consistent quality pumpkins.
With strawberry production, I can sell anybody a bad quart of strawberries one time, but they'll never buy the second time.
We can spend more time during our scouting and looking for disease and stuff, so that really helps us. Well, it takes a lot of guesswork at it.
Last year we grew 6 acres of strawberries. This year we're growing 10 acres of plastic culture strawberries. We did test strips with AgroLiquids last year. That's where we saw an increase in the sweetness of our berries. and we also saw the increase in shelf life. And what that means is that strawberry, from the time it's picked, that it has a great quality, color, texture, and taste. And that's one of the things we have trouble with in strawberries. AgroLiquids helps us improve on all three of those.
We started AgroLiquid this year, and we think it's a great product. We've seen a 20% yield increase on our first pick. My absolute priority is growing the best tomato possible, and I can do that with this fertilizer.
AgroLiquid provides us the quality that we need in stressful conditions from year to year to provide the yields that we need to sustain success.
The products they offer, we cannot get elsewhere. One of the unique things about the AgroLiquids, we're able to get a water-soluble sulfur into our corn at the time needed.
Our soil types here are extremely deficient in potassium and sulfur, and that's where Calibrate comes in a big way.
AgroLiquid helps us optimize fertility while shaving our input cost.
Bottom line is, it saves me time and makes me money.
Hi there. Welcome to the North Central Research Station. I'm Agriculture Liquid Fertilizer Senior Research Manager, Jerry Willem. Here we are at the start of another good growing season here at the NCRS. You know, we've been a kind of a tough year this year with all the rains delaying planting, but everything's in now and everything's up and growing. We've got corn, soybeans, sugar beets all up out of the ground, and the wheat's headed. Transplanted vegetables are all growing, and everything's looking great. You know, we've got over 20 different crops on 12 different farms. And so it's shaping up to be another great year here at the NCRS. So you know what year it is. It's 2014. But did you also know that the North Central Research Station is having its 20th birthday this year? That's hard to imagine. You know, I thought back then when we started this place that after 5 or 6 good years, we'd already have everything all figured out, that there'd be no more research to do. But that's not the case, obviously. Here it is 20 years later, and we're going stronger than ever. It was in 1994, in this field right here, that NCRS fertilizer research actually began. We didn't have much back then, a 3-row planter and a backpack sprayer, but we made it work. I remember it like it was yesterday. So the NCRS started with 30 acres and has expanded to its current level of over 900 acres. But we don't just do research here. We do research all over the country, and we're helped with this by our field agronomy managers, like this guy over there.
Hi, J.W. Lemons, Field Agronomy Manager based out of California. We have a wide variety of problems and a wide variety of crops. Based on the research we gather here, we can solve problems for our California growers.
Howdy, I'm Reed Abbott. I'm the new Field Agronomy Manager for South Texas. In South Texas, we have some familiar crops like corn, soybeans, and wheat, but we also have some different crops like cotton, sugarcane, and rice. The extensive research that we do here helps me immensely in the local research that we do in my area.
As you can tell, agriculture liquid fertilizers is all about research. And really, research is just answering questions. What questions about your crop or your fertilizer situation do you have? Get in touch with your area sales manager. Maybe we can do a research project to help you out directly. This is Dr. Jerry Willem. We'll see you next time. Hi, I'm Dr. Jerry Willem, back at the North Central Research Station where it's mid-season. The crops are in full reproductive mode and we're harvesting wheat. There is nutrient research being conducted on over 20 crops here at the NCRS, but different horticultural crops are grown in more traditional vegetable growing areas. Here's Brian with more.
This year we're doing traditional crops like potatoes, tomatoes, sweet corn, but we've also added additional crops like celery to our research program. In addition to what we do at the farm, we've added a number of new contract researchers we're working with across the United States to add crops like head lettuce and broccoli in California, as well as cherries and apples in Washington State and other areas as well. Part of these trials is our traditional products like ProGerm and SureK, but we've added about a dozen new research products thanks to our production chemist, Chris Underwood.
Plot research is very complicated for a lot of reasons, as we have shown. One area of ongoing research is the foliar application of fertilizers to crops. With so many different nutrient combinations being tested, tell us how we keep it all straight, Tim.
Hi, I'm Tim Dukert. Today we're talking about the Hagie Plot Sprayer. This sprayer allows us to put more experiments in the field faster. This Hagie STS-10 sprayer has been highly modified for research plots. We have 6 100-gallon cone bottom tanks and 4 smaller 5-gallon tanks to hold a multitude of products to go out and apply to research plots. We have 4 different pump systems on this particular sprayer, 1 main solution pump and 3 electric injection pumps that allow up to 4 different products to be applied at any one particular point in time. GreenStar system allows us to control each one of those pumps individually and apply the products at the correct rate and the right time. Other modifications to the sprayer include all of the switches that are in the cab that control each individual tank that allow us the option to change those products while we're in the cab. This gives us countless options to work with the products out in the research plots.
The North Central Research Station has many functions. Here's Stephanie to give an overview and to talk about our main goal.
Research done here focuses on 3 key areas. First, product performance for existing products to help with sales support. Second, training and education for our salesmen, customers, and employees. And finally, testing of experimental products. A full third of our research plots here are testing experimental products. This year, 14 new experimental products are being tested, in addition to 6 products that are in their 2nd and 3rd year of testing. Over the last few years, we have tested nearly 50 different experimental products. Only 8 have passed the testing phase in order to join our product line. Products such as Enhance, Access in Phase 2, along with our newest product, Calibrate, all got their start here at the North Central Research Station.
Today at mid-season, we've learned about foliar applications, horticultural and specialty crops, as well as some of the goals of the NCRS. I'm Jerry Willem. Thanks for watching.
When we use agriculture liquid, we'll usually end up with 2.7 to 3 pounds of gain per animal a day. We had 100 head out on a pasture this last fall that gained at 2.7. You know, they made about $450. We usually get about a 10-day start. It's ready 10 days early, and we're grazing and they're waiting and we're gaining.
Hi, welcome to the North Central Research Station. At over 900 acres, it's still the largest research facility in the country dedicated exclusively to the study of crop nutrition. We're at field crop harvest now, marking the completion of another year of fertility research on over 25 different crops. In this video series, we have shown how research is conducted here at the NCRS by our own research staff, as well as by company agronomists around the country. However, since our last visit, we had another series of research field days in August here at the NCRS. This is where we open the doors to the farm and allow farmers, sales personnel, and other interested people from across the country to visit us here. We had over 300 visitors from many states and 4 countries here for the research field days. We have a variety of crop and fertilizer demonstrations for all to see. This allows for a hands-on opportunity for a close-up view of what agro-liquid fertility is all about. Additionally, visitors can also see several of the field experiments being conducted, where we're testing new fertilizer formulations, nutrient combinations, timings, rates, and various other treatment options to continually support AgroLiquid's mission. Each experiment at the NCRS has multiple replications of treatments in order to get an accurate read on yield effects. In field crops such as the corn here, only the center rows are harvested, with the outer rows serving as borders for the adjacent plots. The corn from a plot is unloaded into the grain cart, which has scales under it set at 2-pound increments. With the larger plot size that we use, we are better able to measure treatment effects. As the corn is unloaded, samples from each plot are collected for quality measurements back at the farm office. After the corn is unloaded, the plot weights are entered on the iPad, which is wirelessly linked to the computer back in the office. The results are instantly summarized, which saves much time later. The collected samples undergo quality tests for grain moisture and test weight. These numbers are also automatically entered into the computer program for that experiment to adjust the final yields. As a nationwide supplier of crop nutrition, sometimes growers ask questions of the research staff about how they can grow a better crop.
Hey, Dr. Bryan, this is George McDowell at Catisa Farms of Riddleton, Tennessee. We grow strawberries, but what I'm needing is I need more than generic. Our strawberries are high quality plasticulture berries. I'm needing a program that spells out for me an A, B, C, never how many other letters we need down the list to produce a high quality, sweet strawberries that has a great shelf life and a good firm fruit with it. I'd appreciate that.
Hi George, thanks for your questions in regards to your strawberries. I guess we'd always like to begin with a soil test, but I think in terms of planting is the time we use a lot of ProGerm and our Micro 500 to get those plants off to a good start. They're going to need a little bit of Sure-K for potassium as well as nitrogen to get them moving. And then once they're established, we start pushing a lot more nitrogen at them to get some good vegetative growth. And then once we get into or close to the time of harvesting, we're going to push a lot more Sure-K as well as some of our Liberate calcium that can be used to maintain and improve firmness of those berries. So not only are they going to be able to harvest well, they should store well on a shelf. Again, we can get these rates all figured out once we get a soil test. We can also use tissue testing in season to kind of confirm and shore up some of those rates so we get the best combination of products as we move through that growing season for your strawberries.
While harvest marks the end of this growing season, research plots have already been established for the next growing season, such as this fall strip tillage experiment here. So even though one season is ending, research, like farming, continues like a road from one season to the next. Now sometimes that road might be a little bumpy due to tough times or low crop prices. So then it's even more important than ever to grow a good crop yield and while keeping an eye on economics. That's why research that we do here and around the country is more important than ever to ensure that a grower is getting the best return by using the best fertilizer, the best form of crop nutrition available today, agricultural liquid fertilizers. I really hope that you've enjoyed this NCRS video series and maybe learned a thing or two as well. But we'll see you again next year. This is Dr. Jerry Willem. Thanks for watching.
That was me, 5 years ago, listening to the voices of farmers past. Then I heard about Agro Liquid fertilizers and balanced fertility, so I thought I'd try it. Do you carry Agro Liquid fertilizer?
Yeah, same thing, only better. 924.3 is bunch cheaper than their Pro Germinator.
Is their 924.3 as good as Agriculture Liquid Fertilizer's Pro Germinator? Find out at www.nutrientsnotnumbers.com.
I think more and more technology will be coming to agriculture and to row crop farming.
When I started farming, we was farming around 125 acres, and now we're up to around 1,700 acres. I think I was recognized as the Tennessee Young Farmer by being a leader in the community and also being innovative.
We have a school and a church nearby. I actually go to the classroom to educate the students about what's going on here on my farm.
I've been a high school technology teacher since college, and I'm a third-generation farmer. It's my job to get kids excited about what's new in the world.
Our subsurface drip irrigation is about 16 inches underground, and that allows us to deliver water and nutrients to the crop. We're using 25% less water compared to overhead irrigation, and that's money in my pocket.
The system that I have, I tie everything together, no-till, cover crops. My overall goal is to have something green growing as long as possible year-round. What I really believe is that my healthy crops are feeding the healthy soils that I have because of the root masses that they're providing. The microbes are chewing up those root masses that we have.
I trust Agro Liquid because I've seen the results and they're positive and they work on my farm, they work in my environment. I'm always looking for new products, but I got to make sure that those products are sustainable. I've got a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old, and I would love for them to farm this land.
I'm always innovating on my farm. That's why I'm constantly using new technology. AgroLiquid has been able to help us lower our input cost and increase our productivity. I've loved their product because it's gave us a lower input cost and gave us better health in our plant. Research-based technology is going to be something we have to really focus on to be able to feed our world in the future and lower our costs and gaining more output.
We applied AgroLiquid in furrow with our soybeans this year. It seemed like they jumped out of the soil even though we had the record rainfall. AgroLiquid has products that can support the change in environment that we have, the change in soil that we have. Micronutrients are critical for sustainability.
With commodity prices where they are, we're able to spoon feed that crop using AgroLiquids.
I really feel that I'm feeding my plant on a consistent year-round basis throughout the growing season.